It's one of the flagship events organized by the CFA Society of Pakistan every year. The purpose of these awards is to acknowledge and to celebrate professional excellence and innovation in the financial markets. The purpose is to evaluate the contributions that have been made by various individuals and organizations during the year, and to celebrate by announcing awards in a number of categories. And the ultimate purpose, of course, is to promote a healthy competition in the financial sector and to create motivation amongst all of us to do more and to do better in our professions. The CFA Society is extremely grateful to Mr. Jameel Ahmed, Governor of the Central Bank of Pakistan, to have accepted our invitation and graced this ceremony with his presence. Mr. Jameel Ahmed needs no introduction. He has had an illustrious career, mainly in central banking, mostly in Pakistan and for a few years in Saudi Arabia as well. And the fact that he rose to the very top of central banking speaks volumes of his competence and his trustworthiness and the trust that the governments have repeatedly reposed in him. And ladies and gentlemen, let's acknowledge that he has one of the toughest jobs in the country right now. He has to steer the monetary policy when inflation is high and there is economic uncertainty all around. He has to manage the exchange rate when there are short-term liquidity pressures on the external account. He has to regulate the banking sector, which is the backbone of the economy, and he has to regulate the payment systems in the country, to name a few of the most important jobs he has at hand. And he is expected to facilitate more trade, more investment in the economy, and at the same time serve as a check on unscrupulous transactions and events in the country. So you all of you would agree that he has one of the toughest jobs in the country. Sir, we are extremely grateful that you made time out of your busy schedule to attend today's event. And I assure you, your patronage and support goes a long way in motivating the financial sector professionals and corporations to do the very best in their respective fields. Finally, I would thank the Board of Directors of the CFA Society of Pakistan for working diligently to oversee these awards. And I would like to tell you that we have, as the Board of Directors of CFA Society, done our very best to make sure that the criteria for these awards were transparent, objective, and the decisions were made in an independent manner by a number of impartial experts, a few of whom belong to the CFA Society, but others are not. And we also tried to keep the results confidential so that there was no speculation as to who was or was not getting an award. And the most important point is that we have not gathered here to decide winners or losers. We have gathered here to celebrate the efforts that are being done by various entities and individuals in the financial sector, and to learn from each other and to interact with each other. And finally, I would like to thank the management team of CFA Society of Pakistan, led by Mr. Sarwat Ehsan and assisted by Ms. Horana Asif and Mr. Salman Hafiz. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Viraj. To uphold these standards of excellence and professionalism promoted by CFA Institute and its member societies worldwide, the CFA Society Pakistan always puts in tremendous efforts to acknowledge and award the best individuals and institutions. In the same spirit, Ms. Marg Franklin, CEO and President, CFA Institute, is delighted to be a part of this ceremony. Although she has not been able to attend the event in person, but she has something to say to you all through her video message. apologies. There seems to
virtually.
be a
I'm Mark
slight
Franklin,
technical error
President
there.
and Chief Executive of CFA Institute. My thanks and appreciation to CFA Society Pakistan for organizing this event, their 19th annual Excellence Awards ceremony. Our judges and volunteers work tirelessly to host this event each year to honor those who exemplify the highest standards of our industry. Thank you as well to the board members of CFA Society Pakistan. All of you have contributed deeply to the success of this society. We appreciate you for all that you've done and continue to do. I would also like to recognize and welcome Mr. Jamil Ahmad, Governor of the State Bank of Pakistan. We thank you very much for your support and your presence today. CFA Institute's mission is to lead the investment profession globally by promoting the highest standards of ethics, education, and professional excellence for the ultimate benefit of society. I am particularly inspired by the words of our mission for the ultimate benefit of society. Our societies play an essential role as it relates to driving the investment industry agendas in each of their jurisdictions and demonstrating the real-world impact of our mission in action. CFA Society Pakistan serves as a leading center for professional development, a resource on topics of incredible importance like ethical decision-making, and an influential advocate working with regulators and key stakeholders. This year, CFA Society Pakistan is recognizing investment professionals from individuals throughout the industry. This includes banking, brokerage, corporate finance, investor relations, gender diversity in the workplace, and investment ideas. Each category represents a distinct area of finance where these individuals are making a difference and showcasing the importance of excellence. In addition to these categories, CFA Society Pakistan has added 2 new awards for this year's ceremony: ESG Reporting and Asset Management Company Awards. The ESG Reporting Award category recognizes organizations that showcase the best ESG performance. It is important that sufficient ESG-related disclosures are available for investors to judge the ESG policies of companies and make effective investment decisions. This new award category is a tangible recognition of an organization's efforts to meet these demands. We at CFA Institute believe the momentum for ESG will only continue to accelerate as the world becomes more conscious of the impacts of these factors in the investment decision-making. In addition, the new Asset Management Awards are designed to recognize the outstanding performance of investment companies in the past year. As an essential facet of the capital markets, influential asset management companies will be recognized for their work to contribute to the economy. We at CFA Institute are incredibly proud of CFA Society Pakistan. We know that you will continue to aid the development of financial professionals in Pakistan and help the financial markets to grow as a result. As we emerge from the challenges of the last 2+ years, I look forward with a strong sense of optimism. In times of great change, the opportunity exists for us to challenge ourselves to think intentionally about the path forward. Again, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation for everyone's participation in today's event. Congratulations to all those being recognized. Be well, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Mark, for your kind message. Honorable guests, I'd like to draw your attention towards cards placed on the tables. There is a live poll in which we invite you to participate by logging into slido.com and answering the questions. You may connect to Hotel Guest Wi-Fi service to participate in the poll, which is Marriott_public. Please use the steps provided on the cards to participate in the poll. The same information is also being displayed on the screens now. The 3 simple steps are: number 1, open www.sli.do in a web browser. Number 2, enter event code #CFA. Number 3, go to the polls section and answer the questions as they appear on your screen. I will now read out the questions for your convenience. Question number 1. What do you expect interest rates in Pakistan to be in June 2023? The first question, I'll repeat again. What do you expect interest rates in Pakistan to be in June 2023? There are 3 options. Option number 1, under 16%. Number 2, 16% to 18%. And option number 3, above 18%. Question number 2. When will next general elections take place? Option number 1, between March to June 2023. Option number 2, between June to August 2023. And option number 3, after August 2023. Question number 3. When will Pakistan be able to secure next IMF funding tranche? Option number 1, before December 2022. In the first quarter. Option number 2, in the first quarter 2023. And option number 3, Pakistan will not be able to secure it. Dear audience, you may see polling results on the screen, and they depict the perception of audience for the current economic environment of Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, our Honorable Chief Guest, Governor of State Bank of Pakistan, Mr. Jameel Ahmad's illustrious career as an accomplished central banker spans over 30 years at various senior positions at the State Bank of Pakistan and the Saudi Central Bank, SAMA. His association with State Bank dates back to 1991 in various capacities, including Deputy Governor and Executive Director. Prior to his appointment as governor, he was serving as an executive director, Banking Supervision and Financial Stability Group. He also has served as group head operations, banking policy and regulations, development finance and financial resource management. He joined SAMA in July 2009 as an advisor, a position he held until April 2015. He has contributed significantly in formulating the policy and regulatory framework for the banking systems of Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, and monitoring their financial soundness and stability. I would now like to invite our Honorable Chief Guest for the evening, the Governor of State Bank of Pakistan, Mr. Jameel Ahmad, for his keynote address.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। जनाब अब्दुर्रहमान वराय साहब, President CFA Society Pakistan, the Governing Board of the CFA Society, CEOs of banks, asset management companies, and brokerage houses, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening. It gives me a great pleasure to address this distinguished gathering today to recognize individuals and institutions for their outstanding performance in providing financial services to the public. At the onset, I would like to acknowledge the CFA Society, Pakistan, for convening these awards for the past 18 years and promoting a culture of excellence, professionalism, and healthy competition in the industry. The CFA Institute and CFA Society Pakistan play an important advocacy role in promoting ethical and professional conduct in the financial industry, which is essential for a developing market like Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to talk about the need to develop a deep, diverse, and well-functioning local debt market in the country. Since all the major stakeholders are present here, I think this is an excellent platform to highlight the importance of the bond market in Pakistan. I am sure you all will agree that a well-developed local bond market is essential for the efficiency and stability of the country's financial system and fostering economic growth. It allows both governments and business to access long-term funds to finance investments, promote financial savings by creating alternative saving avenues, reduces reliance on foreign currency borrowing to fund development needs, strengthens transmission mechanism of monetary policy, lessens excessive dependence on banks and vulnerabilities within the banking system, and also exposes banks to competition, which in turn helps to improve their efficiency and lower intermediation costs. From a macro financial stability perspective, a well-developed bond market serves to mitigate risks within the banking system. Banks are typically constrained in lending for long-term tenors because their liabilities are of short-term nature, whereas their lending also sometimes involve long-term project financing also. Long-term funding needs hence are financed by banks running maturity mismatches on their balance sheet or by a rollover of short-term loans. And in times of tight liquidity conditions and increasing interest rates, borrowers often face credit crunch and difficulties in rolling over their maturity obligations. An efficient bond market can better match institutional investors with long-term financial assets, helping them duration mismatch their assets and liabilities, effectively diversifying risk across a wider category of investors, and thereby contributing to the financial stability of the country. This role of local bond and equity markets takes a greater significance in the current context, when global financial conditions have tightened and capital flows are moving away from emerging economies. Domestic markets need to fill this gap and facilitate mobilization of domestic private capital to key priority areas such as infrastructure, corporate investments, SME, and climate-focused projects. The Asian financial crisis of 1997 is a stark reminder for the policymakers in developing countries that over-dependence on foreign capital can leave a country vulnerable to the external shocks, particularly a widespread exodus of foreign capital. Subsequently, while the global financial crisis of 2007 had a significant impact on the developed countries, the East Asian emerging economies showed remarkable resilience and were able to recover quickly. This was due to their efforts to develop their local bond markets, thereby reducing the currency and maturity mismatches on sovereign and corporate balance sheets. Ladies and gentlemen, low saving and investment rates in Pakistan have been major obstacles in sustaining the high economic growth in the country. Pakistan's national saving to GDP ratio is 11.1%, and investment to GDP ratio is only 15.1%, which are nearly half of the South Asian averages of 23% and 31% respectively. We are stuck in a low saving, low investment, and low growth vicious cycle. Consequently, our dependence on external financing to support high economic growth has increasingly grown over time. Not surprisingly, Pakistan's high growth periods have mostly coincided with abundant inflows of foreign savings in the form of external loans, grants, and remittances. And whenever such inflows dried up, economic growth slid back, as a domestic saving and investment often proved insufficient to maintain the growth momentum. Among other macroeconomic policies and reforms, developing deep, diverse, and well-functioning local debt market would play an important role in increasing and channeling domestic long-term savings towards the growing needs of the investment in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan has a thriving financial and banking system, yet there are areas that need attention and further development. The financial sector remains dominated primarily by banks, while capital markets and non-banks are still in relatively nascent stage of development. Bond market in Pakistan is mainly dominated by securities issued by the government, with total outstanding stock of marketable government securities at 27.3 trillion, or 41% of our GDP at the end of 2022. The corporate debt market is still at a nascent stage, with total outstanding issues amounting to less than 1% of the GDP. Issuance of corporate debt has been allowed from 1995 onwards. However, only a handful of borrowers in Pakistan have utilized the corporate bond market as a funding source, and even these issuances remain skewed towards financial institutions. Keeping in view the limited issuances, investor holdings pattern, and secondary market turnover statistics, it is clear that the corporate debt market in Pakistan needs further attention of the industry and regulators. Government bond market in Pakistan has seen a gradual yet considerable evolution over the past 20 years. Starting with basic fixed coupon securities, the market now offers a diverse set of financial instruments, fixed rate, floating rate, Sharia compliant instruments of varying maturities, varying coupon payments, and reset frequencies to cater to the needs for various segments of the investors. This has resulted in a deep and liquid government bond market with regular issuances, healthy turnover, and a reasonably liquid sovereign yield curve. The government debt market investors base, however, remained less diversified. Holding of the government securities and their trading in the secondary market remained concentrated within the banking sector. At end June 2022, banks were holding around 80% of the total outstanding stock of the government securities. That translates into almost half of assets and around 2/3 of the deposits of the banking sector. Institutional investors such as insurance companies, pension funds, and mutual funds, which usually have a natural appetite for the long-term securities, do not figure prominently as investors in our government debt market. For example, insurance companies roughly hold about 5% of government securities in Pakistan, against an average of around 10% our peer countries and around 25% in more developed economies. Pakistan's debt market remains not only concentrated with respect to investor segment, but also with respect to investor base. Pakistan has 67.5 million formal bank accounts at end June 2022. The number of investor portfolio securities accounts that allow banks to invest in government securities with primary dealers only reached to 23,000 by June 2022. While this highlights the weakness in our outreach, it also represents the huge untapped market which can be snapped up by the non-banking financial intermediaries. Ladies and gentlemen, SBP recognizes the problem and constantly strives to provide enabling regulations that market players can leverage for improving the market outreach. I will briefly discuss some of the steps taken by the SBP to address these issues. First of all, we have revised our primary dealer system to allow more capital market functionaries like brokerage houses, clearing houses, and depositories to participate in the primary market of government securities. Under the revised PD system, NCCPL and CDC have secured the status of special purpose primary dealers for fiscal year 2023 that enabled them to directly participate in primary auctions on behalf of their customers. The updated PD rules will cater to the needs of a diverse group of investors and will attract a new clientele to the government securities market. I would like now also to encourage all the players in the industry to consider this opportunity and increase their penetration in this huge untapped market. Secondly, recognizing the need to promote and protect micro savings through better investment opportunities, we have expanded the scope of investor portfolio securities, IPS accounts, to microfinance banks. Similarly, CDC and NCCPL, being specialized primary dealers, can also open the IPS accounts of their customers. Previously, only commercial banks were specifically allowed to open IPS accounts. This step will enable more than 85 million branches, more than 85 million branchless and mobile banking operators to take advantage of attractive returns offered by government securities. Thirdly, recent issuances of customers' digital onboarding framework by SBP will further simplify and facilitate the process of IPS account opening by removing unnecessary frictions from the investment process. Bank account holders can also open investment accounts in Pakistan Stock Exchange based on their existing bank KYC. These steps should reduce the hassle associated with the documentation and provide the banking users with easier access to capital markets in a seamless manner. Fourth, SBP is currently working on a debt market web portal. The portal is expected to be launched in the next couple of months and will improve investors' access to debt markets and provide relevant information. It will also help participants with access to PD system and facilitate development of domestic market infrastructure. Currently, the higher cost of international trading and informational platforms prevent cost-effective and broad-based participation in the market. So we hope that the portal will assist in reducing cost and increasing access of the investors to the capital markets. Ladies and gentlemen, in my concluding remarks, I would like to emphasize upon the three sets of recommendations. First of all, creating awareness, improving financial literacy, and enhancing access to information needed to making investment decisions is very important. We should all work towards improving literacy and enhancing the access to information. Secondly, leveraging technology to ensure easy and cost-effective access to investment opportunities is very important. And thirdly, developing the debt securities warehousing capability of brokers, which has also the potential to enhance investor confidence and interest. Currently, there is no product available that allows the investors to park their funds temporarily in the government securities. I would also like to reiterate the need to develop a vibrant corporate debt market for meeting long-term financing and providing alternative saving avenues in the country. This will require a coordinated and sustained effort on multiple fronts. These recommendations are aimed at building a comprehensive ecosystem of financial services where different market participants, each with their own specialized area, can work together to provide services that meet customer demands and increase market participation. In doing so, the industry can develop deeper, more efficient, and more inclusive financial markets that will mobilize the essential domestic funding, meeting the growth and development needs of the country. Moreover, in an area of digital transformation of financial services, there will be many opportunities that are best leveraged through building partnerships and a coordinated response from all stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing about change will require a culture of innovation, excellence, and execution. Themes that are well represented in today's award categories. I would like to congratulate all the winners and nominees for their outstanding efforts. Once again, I would like to thank the CFA Society for inviting me and would encourage its governing board to leverage its broad membership across the industry to encourage debate, build consensus, and catalyze transformation of the financial sector in the country. SBP remains open to engagement with the industry, especially on issues that promote financial market development. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd invite you to the poll once again, and the results will also be visible on the screen. If you want, you can poll once again, please. I'd like to thank Mr. Jameel Ahmed for the informative and insightful session. Also, I'd request him to once again be on the stage along with Mr. Abdurrahman Waraish to please for conferring of the awards. I know you are all very excited because the evening has approached the most awaited part of the event, the part where the best standards set by people and institutions are celebrated. The first award for the evening is for the Investment Ideas Competition for FY22. The award is presented to individuals who make the most accurate forecast for the upcoming year for the provided questions. The Investment Ideas Award for the winner for FY22 is Mr. Abdul Qayyum. Congratulations, Mr. Qayyum. I think Mr. Qayyum may not be available today. I'll take the award form, sir. With this, we are opening the competition for this year. In order to enter your estimates, fill in this online form. You may find the link for this year's form through the same event code on www.sly.do. The details are provided on the cards placed on your tables and posted in the description of Facebook and YouTube Live for the audience watching the event online. You have time till tonight to fill in your response and submit via the online form. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's award categories are Recognizing Gender Diversity at Workplace, ESG Reporting, Investor Relations, Corporate Finance, Brokerage, Best Asset Management Company, and Banking Awards. We will begin with the first category of awards, which is Gender Diversity at Workplace. These awards are to recognize companies' efforts to provide an enabling and inclusive environment for women to work. I'd like to invite Ms. Roxana Narejo, CFA, on the stage as facilitator for the award of this category. The runner-up for the category of multinational companies is Telenor Pakistan Private Limited. I'd like to invite Ms. Natasha Karanji, Manager Segments, to stay to the stage to receive the awards. Is Ms. Natasha here? Oh, yes, she is. The winner for the category of multinational companies is Unilever Pakistan Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Amir Paracha, CEO of Unilever Pakistan Limited, to the stage to receive the award. The runner-up for the category of local corporates is Engro Corporation Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Alura Tor, Vice President Finance, to the stage to receive the award. The winner for the category of local corporates is English Biscuit Manufacturers Private Limited. I'd like to invite Mrs. Zahid Iqbal, Director Commercial and HR, to stage to receive the award. The runner-up for the category of banks is Citibank. I'd like to invite Ms. Arham Aswad, Head of HR, to the stage to receive the award. The winner for the category of banks is Standard Chartered. I'd like to invite Mr. Mohammad Omar, Head of HR, to the stage to receive the award. The runner-up for the category of NBFCs is Laxon Investments Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Mustafa Pasha, CIO, to the stage to receive the award. The winner for the category of NBFCs is Park Brunei Investment Company Limited. I'd like to invite Ms. Aisha Aziz, the Managing Director, to the stage. Is Ms. Aisha here? The runner-up for the category of local companies is Infazaman Pakistan Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Hamza Safoor, Financial Controller, to the stage to receive the award. The winner for the category of local small companies is E-Katara. I'd like to invite Ms. Farheen Salman Amer, President BSPAN, to stage to receive the award. With this, we conclude the General Diversity Awards. Congratulations to the winners. The next category of award is the ESG Reporting Award 2021. This is the first time CFA Society Pakistan has introduced ESG Reporting Awards. It is to recognize organizations that showcase the best ESG performance for the year. I'd like to invite Mr. Mubashir Zubairi on the stage to facilitate for this award category. The runner-up for the Best ESG Reporting Award 2021 is Lucky Cement Limited. May I invite Mr. Atif Kalozi, Director Finance and Chief Financial Officer, and Mr. Rail Rafiq, GM Finance and Planning, to come up on the stage to receive the award. The winner for the Best ESG Report Award year 2021 is Engro Fertilizers Limited. The award will be received by Mr. Ehsan Zafar Syed, CEO, Engro Fertilizer Limited. Well, moving on to our next category of the awards, which is the Investor Relations Awards. The Investor Relations Awards recognize listed entities that demonstrate high standards in communicating with shareholders and analysts. We have introduced a separate category for financial institutions and corporates for investor relations this year. This process will be facilitated by Mr. Syed Raza Jafri, CFA. Mr. Raza, may we request your presence on the stage? Thank you. So there's one runner-up and one winner in this category. The runner-up for the best investor relation for the year, financial institutions, is United Bank Limited. And I invite Mr. Arif Akmal Saifi, CFO of United Bank, to be on the stage. The winner for the Best Investor Relations for the year 2021 Financial Institutions is Bank Al-Falah Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Parvesh Abbas Khan, Group Head Treasury and Financial Markets, to receive the award. The runner-up for the Best Investor Relations for the year 2021 listed companies is Engro Corporation. I invite Mr. Mazhar Hasnani, CFO, on the stage to receive the award. The winner for the Best Investor Relations for the year 2021 listed companies is Lucky Cement Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Atif Kaloudi, Director Finance and CFO, and Mr. Rail Rafiq, GM Finance, to receive the award. The next award category for the evening is Corporate Finance Awards. Through this award, the investment banks and brokerage firms are recognized by CFA Society for the corporate finance and investment banking transactions conducted during the year. Key criteria used for evaluation includes number of transactions, value of transactions, depth of investors, and complexity score. There are 3 awards in this category, one for each: fixed income, equity, and advisory transaction of the year. I'd like to invite Mr. Satish Balani on the stage as facilitator for this award category. The runner-up for the Corporate Finance House of the Year 2021 Fixed Income is Nizam Bank Limited. May I invite Ms. Urujul Hassan Khan, GM and Head of Investment Banking, to come up on the stage to receive the award. The winner for Corporate Finance House of the Year 2021 Fixed Income is the Bank of Punjab. The award will be received by Mr. Umar Khan, Head of Investment Banking. The runner-up for the Corporate Finance House of the Year 2021 Equity and Advisory is AKD Securities Limited. May I invite Mr. Fareed Alam, CEO, on the stage to receive the award. The winner for Corporate Finance House of the Year 2021 Equity and Advisory is Arif Habib Limited. The award will be received by Mr. Ahmad Tahir, SVP Investment Banking. The runner-up for the Best Transaction of the Year 2021 is JS Global Capital Limited. May I invite Mr. Imtiaz Qadar, CEO, to come up on the stage to receive the award for IPO of Airlink Communication. The winner for the Best Transaction of the Year 2021 is Bank Al Falah Limited. The award will be received by Mr. Khurram Iqbal Khan, Head of Investment Banking, for Shams Power and IM Solar transaction. With this, we conclude the Corporate Finance Awards and we move on to our next category of Brokerage Awards. The Brokerage Awards recognize those brokerage firms that have demonstrated high standards and performance throughout the year. I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Taha Khan Javed as facilitator for this award category. This year, there are 5 awards under this category. I will now announce the runner-ups and winner-ups for each award. The runner-up for the Best Equity Research Analyst of the Year FY 2022 is Ms. Amreen Surani, Head of Research, JS Global Capital Limited. Please, Ms. Amreen, if you could come on stage. Thank you. The winner for Best Equity Research Analyst of the Year FY 2022 is Mr. Tahir Abbas, Head of Research, Arif Habib Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Tahir Abbas on stage to receive his award. The award category for the Best Equity Salesperson for the year 2022 has 2 runner-ups this year. The first runner-up for the Best Equity Salesperson for the year is Mr. Syed Farhan Rizvi, Head of Equity Sales from JS Global Capital Limited. Mr. Farhan, I'd like to invite you to the stage. The second runner for the Best Equity Salesperson for the year FY22 is Mr. Mohammad Arbash, Senior Manager Equity Sales from Topline Securities Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Mohammad Arbash to the stage to receive his award. Is Mr. Arbash here? The winner for the Best Equity Salesperson for the year FY22 is Syed Raza Jafri, CFA, Head of Equities, Intermarket Securities. The runner-up for Best Equity Research Report Award for the year FY22 is Topline Securities Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Umair Nasir, Director Research, on the stage to receive the award. The winner for the Best Equity Research Report Board for the year FY22 is Intermarket Securities Limited, for which I'd like to invite Mr. Rahul Hans, Senior Investment Analyst, to receive the award. The runner-up for Best Economic Research House of the Year is Topline Securities Limited. I would like to invite Mr. Mohammed Sohail, the CEO of Topline Securities, to receive the award. The winner for the Best Economic Research House of the Year is Arif Habib Limited. I'd like to invite Ms. Sana Taufiq, Economist and Senior Analyst, to receive the award. The runner-up for the Best Equity Brokerage House of the Year, FY22, is Topline Securities Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Mohammed Sohail, the CEO of Topline Securities, once again. The winner for the Best Equity Brokerage House of the Year FY22 is Arif Habib Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Shahid Ali Habib, the CEO of Arif Habib Limited. The next category of award is for the Best Asset Management Company. This is the first time that a category for the Best Asset Management Company award has been added. has been introduced in the Annual Excellence Award to recognize the outstanding performance of asset management companies, including qualitative and quantitative factors. Asset management companies are an integral part of capital markets and deserve to be recognized for their efforts. I'd like to invite Mr. Abdul Rahman Baraich is already on the stage. So he's going to be the facilitator for this award. The runner-up for the Best Asset Management Company FY22 is MCB Arif Habib Savings and Investments Limited. May I please invite Mr. Mohammad Saqib Salim, the CEO of MCB Arif Habib, on the stage to receive the award. The winner for the Best Asset Management Company Award FY22 is Al Mizan Investment Management Limited. The award will be received by Mr. Mohammed Chouaib, CEO of Al Mizan Investments. Last but not the least is the time to announce the banking awards. This year we've got 5 categories. The categories for the banking awards are as follows: Best Microfinance Bank, Best Digital Banking Services, Best Islamic Bank, Best Medium-Sized Bank, and Best Large-Sized Bank, for which I'd like to request Mr. Syed Zada Jafri on the stage to facilitate for this award category. The runner-up for the Best Microfinance Bank Awards of the year 2021 is Kushali Microfinance Bank Limited. May I invite Mr. Salim Akhtar Bhatti, Group Head Finance and CFO, to come on the stage and receive the award. The winner for the Best Microfinance Bank Award for the year 2021 is HBL Microfinance Bank. The award will be received by Mr. Amir Khan, CEO, HBL Microfinance Bank. The runner-up for the Best Digital Banking Services Award of the year 2021 is United Bank Limited. May I invite Mr. Sharjeel Shahid, Group Executive Digital Banking, to come up on the stage to receive the award. The winner for the Best Digital Banking Services Award for the year 2021 is Mizan Bank Limited. The award will be received by Mr. Faizul Rahman, Group Head Information Technology and Digital Banking. Do we have Mr. Faizul Rahman here? The runner-up for the Best Islamic Bank of the Year 2021 is Dubai Islamic Bank Pakistan Limited. May I invite Mr. Junaid Ahmed, CEO of Dubai Islamic Bank, to come and receive the award. The winner for the Best Islamic Bank of the Year 2021 is Mizan Bank Limited. The award will be received by Mr. Ariful Islam, Deputy CEO. The runner-up for the Best Bank of the Year 2021 mid-sized bank is Habib Metropolitan Bank Limited. May I invite Mr. Mohsin Nasani, CEO, HMB, to come up on the stage and receive the award. The winner for the Best Bank of the Year 2021 mid-sized bank is Faisal Bank Limited. The award will be received by Mr. Yusuf Hussain, CEO of Faisal Bank Limited. The award for the Best Bank of the Year 2021 large size bank has two runners-up this year. The first runner-up for the Best Bank of the Year 2021 large size bank is Bank Al Falah Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Asim Jawad, Head of Strategy, Bank Al Falah, to receive the award. The second runner-up for the Best Bank of the Year 2021 large-size bank is United Bank Limited. I'd like to invite Mr. Shehzad Dada, the CEO of United Bank Limited, to receive the award. The winner for the Best Bank of the Year 2021 large-size bank is Mizan Bank Limited. The award shall be received by Mr. Irfan Siddiqui, CEO, Mizan Bank. Many congratulations to all the winners. This evening is dedicated to your outstanding performance. You can clap for yourself if you want. I'd like to thank the jury, criteria committee members, and volunteers for their assistance and support in this event today. And I'd like to invite the jury of the awards and criteria committee members to come up on the stage for a group photograph. Ms. Ruxana Rayejo, CFA, Ms. Nas Khan, Ms. Seema Kamil, Dr. Amjad Waheed, Mr. Mubashir Zubairi, CFA, Ms. Mariam Mughal, Dr. Shamshad Akhtar, Dr. Alan Locke, CFA, Mr. Satesh Ballani, Mr. Kamran Nasir, Ms. Mevish Valiani, Mr. Mir Muhammad Ali, Mr. Muhammad Shoaib, CFA, Mr. Syed Raza Jafri, CFA, Mr. Arsalan Somro, Mr. Mustafa Pasha, CFA, Mr. Taha Khan Javed, CFA, Ms. Sanam Zaid, Mr. Shamoon Tariq, Mr. Sajjad Anwar, CFA, Mr. Abdul Rahman Waraij is already here, Mr. Muhammad Sajid, CFA, Mr. Ruhail Muhammad, CFA, Ms. Mashmooma Zehra, CFA, Mr. Syed Raza Jafri, CFA, Mr. Imtiaz Gadar, CFA, Mr. Farooq Karim Khan, CFA, Mr. Farhan Rizvi, CFA, Mr. Zishan Afzal, CFA, Mr. Ahmed Jaliawala, Mr. Abdul Qayyum, Mr. Ahmed Hassan, CFA, Mr. Mohammad Akbar Latif, CFA. Yes. I'd like to request the board members of CFA Society Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shoaib, CFA, Mr. Sajad Anwar, Ms. Rukhsana Narejo, Mr. Raza Jafri, Mr. Abdul Rahman Tahir, Mr. Tahir Saeed, and Executive Director Ms. Sarwad Ehsan of CFA Society Pakistan to please come up on the stage and present a memento to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Jameel Ahmed, and thank him for honoring us with his presence today.
Sir, last and but not the least, we just request you to present the memento to our Master of Ceremony, Ms. Samira Shakil. Samira, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, with this we conclude today's event. Our event videographer and photographers are waiting to click your photographs at the media wall. Also, the dinner has been served. Please proceed and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for your presence again. Have a very good night.